What's up, little Pokemons? My name is Facecast, and Art of War Legions recently added 2 new heroes to the game, so let's take a look at one of them, called the King of Camelot Arthur. Before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you want to see more like it. Arthur is a human race warrior class legendary hero that is not available in the game at the moment. I assume that he will be available in some type of event in the future, whether that be a paid event or something like Cardmaster. Like all legendary heroes, Arthur has 3 skills. Let's go over them. The active skill is called King's Demeanor, and there are 2 descriptions because this skill does 2 different things as does the legendary skill. The description for the first part of the active skill, called the Sword in the Stone, says, Arthur uses the power of stone, causing damage and casting a shield that protects allies from several hits. After activation, the mode will change to the Excalibur Radiance mode. So the skill has 3 resistance and causes a total of 5,500 damage at level 15 with a 16-second cooldown. When the first part of the active skill is activated, Arthur will leap in the air and slam his sword into the ground, which causes damage to enemy units within a large area surrounding him. This skill will also turn Arthur's sword into Excalibur, which appears to be a section on both the active and legendary skills. So it looks like that when this skill is activated, the Excalibur part of both the active and legendary skills will follow it until we cycle back to the Sword in the Stone skill, if you get what I mean. The description for the second part of the active skill, called Excalibur, says, Excalibur Radiance mode, Arthur deals huge damage to the enemy and increases the attack of allies. After activation, changes to the Stone Sheath mode. This skill will increase attack by 25% and deal 5,500 damage at level 15. It also has a 16-second cooldown. Now the second part of the active skill is visually similar to the first part, it's just a different color. They both cause the same amount of damage, except this one just increases attack by a certain percentage. The passive skill is called AVALON, and the description says, Arthur makes all human units immune to partial damage and increases a certain range of recover percentage health. At level 15, all human units will be immune to 30% damage, and their maximum health regen per second will be 3%. So this is a great skill for human units like Peltist, Brawlers, Catapults, and Infantry because it will make them immune to a percentage of received damage. The legendary skill is called BLADESTORM, and like the active skill, there are 2 parts. The description for the first part, called the Sword in the Stone, says, Stone Sheath mode. After several attacks, Arthur will inflict huge damage and reduce enemy defense. So at level 15, the skill will reduce defense by 15% and deal a whopping 7,000 damage. That is a lot of damage. When the first part of the legendary skill is assumed to be activated, Arthur will swing his sword forward and 3 slashes will appear, causing damage to enemy units within its path. Now, I believe that this is the correct animation for the first part of the legendary skill because it happens first. But if the active skill activated some type of Stone Sheath mode, then this would technically be the Excalibur part of the legendary skill. The second part of the skill is called Excalibur, and the description says, Excalibur Radiance mode. After several attacks, Arthur will release sword energy that can penetrate the enemy, causing massive damage. Each enemy can only be affected once. The second part also causes 7,000 damage, has a 30% crit rate, crit damage rate is 200%, so this skill deals a lot of damage. That's almost the full health of a Peltist, I believe. It's a little harder to spot when the second part of the legendary skill is activated during a battle, but when it is, subtle slash animations will appear around Arthur. This is a very powerful looking skill, and it may be very useful picking up a hard fought win in the arena. All in all, Arthur looks like a really good hero. However, there is a very small sample size, and I only know one other person who has been able to use him. Compared to other heroes at high levels, he looks well matched and can cause a lot of damage, so it will be very interesting to see how well or poorly he can do against specific heroes in the future. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Smash like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.